Assalamu alaikum mbokk yi, welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, Chama, guys, and this is another weekend recap. We just ended a very interesting week and headed into another very interesting one that we are looking forward to. It's the international break. Gambia scheduled to play against Comoros and Tunisia in the upcoming days, guys. But the weekend we just passed, it was another exciting one with Gambian players doing very well with their respective clubs. The transfer window also short, and a lot of Gambian players made a move during this transfer window. So today we want to discuss about the weekend actions, what happened over the course of the weekends, how Gambian players did. But anyways, before I start that, guys, suma mbokki Manchester United yi ma ngi leen a nuyu di leen ba neew ngeen si jàmm rek de ma dóor yi métti nañ guys, but I'm gonna move for the way, guys. But today, what we have here on the headlines, guys, Abdoulie Ceesay, Abdoulie Ceesay at Paide, he banged a brace again after just getting called up to the Gambian national team. Yankuba Minte, we saw what he did against Arsenal. His team Brighton, they drew 1-1 at the Emirates against Arsenal, one of the teams that is considered to be title contenders in the Premier League. To get a point there, I think is something that is very, very good for Brighton and Yankuba Minte. Yankuba Minte was very impressive in that game. We will discuss about that more. Aliou Fadera made his debut. Mohamed Badamosi also made his debut in Belgium. Ousmane Ceesay also scored his first goal for Nome in the Estonian league. So this and many more we will be discussing on today's weekend recap, guys. So guys, di leen ñaan rek su fekkee ne yéen a ngi doog a ñëw si Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel bi, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you enjoy what we do here, please guys give us a like, guys. Without wasting much of your time, guys, let's get right into the discussion. I hope ne suma guys Manchester yéen ngeen toog ngeen seetaan video bi xam ngeen rek nu fay demee. Yeah, guys, let's get into the weekend recap. We start our discussion today in England. A lot of Gambian players playing in England. Yeah, we start in the Premier League, of course. Yankuba Minte, his club Brighton, they drew 1-1 against Arsenal inside the Emirates. It was an interesting game. A first half, Brighton struggled, to get out of their box, to get out of their own half of the pitch. Arsenal dominated that game. Arsenal took the lead 1-0 through Kai Havertz. I think Minte still have some decent chances in the first half. He was on set pieces at the start of the game, but his set piece delivery was not up to standard. Then he was taken off that duty. He had one opportunity, a headed opportunity that he headed, just next to the post, and Raya made a save. But in the second half, the game turned. Arsenal got a red card. Declan Rice got a red card. A silly red card, I will call it. By the letter of the law, it is a red card. You should not do that. This is not acceptable. I know it's quite soft for some people to accept, but by the letter of the law, a player cannot do that. So once Declan Rice got the red card, Brighton were all over Arsenal. Arsenal did not make a change. Ateta did not make a change until after about 10 minutes of play, and Brighton completely used that opportunity, created a lot of chances during that time. And our boy Yankuba Minte came to life during that period. He was kind of isolated on the right-hand side of the pitch, which, I think it was a natural thing because of João Pedro. They had him as their main creator in that game, and he is more of a natural player who will come from the right, coming inside. So that's why Minte was kind of isolated. The issue they had was once they overload the left side of the pitch where you have the Mitoma was playing, João Pedro will overload there, another midfielder will overload there, maybe the fullback Estopinian will come in and overload that area. They play there very well, take the ball out, but to switch the play to the other side of the pitch where Yankuba Minte was isolated with an Arsenal fullback was not happening as often as you would like. Especially against Manchester United, it happened a lot. Every time they play in those small spaces, they switch the play all the way to Yankuba Minte. Yankuba Minte had a lot of 1v1 opportunities against Dalot during that game. Of course, it did not work out for him, but he was having that. That was what was missing in this game for Brighton. They could not switch the play as quickly as it should be done. But nonetheless, Minte also, he was drifting inside. He was given the freedom, because nowadays players are given the freedom. He was given the freedom sometimes to pop in into the center forward area, because that is where he caused the damage at the end of the day, because that was where he got a through pass coming from all the way from defense. Louis Dunk put in a wonderful through ball for Minte. It was a little bit over. I thought Gabriel was gonna get there first, but Minte, we know he's super rapid. One of the fastest players at present, because I think even FIFA FC 25, he's rated among the most fastest players. So his pace, he used that pace very well there, got there before Gabriel. And then, dance past Gabriel and pushed the ball into his left foot. Still, Gabriel had an opportunity because it was so close contact between the two of them. Gabriel tried to outmuscle him, but, Yanko Minte, nyankatang la lega, nyankatango, that was job nyankatang. So Gabriel could not, outmuscle him. He managed to create some space for himself, took a shot, a very good shot, but Raya made a very good save. But unfortunately for Raya, he could only parry the ball in front of goal. And João Pedro came in and tapped it home with his left foot. That was the equalizer for Brighton. It went 1-1, and then Brighton kept pushing for that win, because they were one man advantage. So they keep pushing, they created chances. But still, Arsenal were a threat, because Arsenal are very good when it comes to counter-attacking, like changing the play. Changing from defense to attack. They are very good at that. They did that very well, created some chances. Kai Havertz has some good chances. Saka has some good chances for them. But Brighton themselves, they created a lot of good chances. Ayari got one. Around the 71-minute mark, Yankuba Minte was taken off, and he was given a rest, or I would say, which is good for the national team. Now he's coming back injury-free, so that is wonderful to see. Brighton push, but they could not score. They find the winner. So Arsenal kind of one thing has to give in that game, because Arsenal had the 100% record, Brighton had the 100% record. So somebody had to lose their 100% record at the end of the day. So it turned out that both teams lost their 100% record, but it's still a decent start for both teams, I would say. Arsenal 7 points so far, and Brighton 7 points. So Yankuba Minte is unbeaten in his Premier League career, which is wonderful to see, isn't it? He has played 3 games, 2 wins and 1 draw, which is wonderful to see. Now we will see what he can bring to the national team. He has been in form. He has been in really good form in this month. Since preseason, he has been in good form. Every single game he plays in, he's having impact in those games. Every single game he has played in, he has had impact, even if it is not defensive impact. He's having attacking input. He's creating chances for he's scoring goals. So yeah, he keeps his opponents busy every single time, and that was no different yesterday, or that was no different on Saturday. He kept the Arsenal defense really busy, and that's why he's relentless running created a chance for Brighton to score the equalizer. It was a good game from our boy Yankuba Minte again. It's not the perfect game, or it's not the game, like, we know there is still room for improvement for the boy. There is still a lot of room for improvement, but there are promises. You can see it in the first 3 games that he played. Yes, sometimes he can be frustrating, sometimes with the decision makings and stuff like that, but if you look at it in a broader perspective, you will know that this boy is gonna go places, which was wonderful. I'm glad I heard other people talking about him, like the pace and how they think he could be a very, very good player in the future. So yeah, this guy is the limit for the boy. He just needs to keep working hard, which he has been doing up to this stage, working really hard for his team, working really hard for himself. So if he continue that, the sky is the limit for Yankuba Minte, Gambian star boy. Guys, we move on to Ibu Adams. Ibu Adams was also in action for Derby County. They got a win last week. Ibu Adams scored a brilliant goal, but unfortunately they lost the game. But this week they were back to winning ways. They won 3-0. Ibu Adams played the whole 90 minutes of that game. He was not involved in the goals or assists, but he's a defensive midfielder. He destroyed things, keep things simple, keep things moving, and that was exactly what he did. So yeah, kudos to Ibu Adams. And you go a league down, Ibu Ture, Stockport County, they lost their 100% record in League One. But they are still at the top of the table in League One. They drew 1-1 away to Mansfield. So now they played 4 games, 3 wins and 1 draw. That was the first goal they conceded so far this season. Ibuture played the game. He played the whole 90 minutes in that one. So yeah, 10 points at the top of the league. It's not bad, or it's not a bad start to the season for a team that got promoted this season into into League One, and elsewhere in the close second to them is Mo Fal's Wrexham. Mo Fall and Jacob Mendes Wrexham. Of course, they just signed Mo Fall recently. Just a few days ago, he was included in their squad to play this weekend, but unfortunately, he did not come off the bench. Nonetheless, they still win the game 2-0, which means they are now tied on points with Stockport County at the top of the table, 10 points each for these two teams. It would be lovely if both teams, gain promotion to the championship, because that's what we want to see, our Gambian players progressing up. Jacob Mendy is still nursing his injury. The last time I spoke to him, he said he was very close to coming back. So yeah, we want to see him back. He's somebody, who has been very good servant for Gambia national team since he broke through into the national team, the AFCON. He had a very good tournament. For some, he was the best Gambian player in that competition, even though Gambia did not do very well. But yeah, for him to be considered in those lists, we would love to see him back in action and playing in English League 2, guys. And then Alassana Jatta, who also plays in that league. He was not available for Notts County this weekend. I don't know for what reason. He was not in the squad at all. I don't know if he's injured or what, but I'm not privy to any information like that. And Seydou Kane also, he made a move to Tranmere Rovers in League 2. He did not make his debut yet. Hopefully we will see more of Seydou Kane. He has not played any game this season because he has been pushing for a move away from Swindon all summer long. So now he got that move. Hopefully he can kickstart his career real soon. Let me take a sip of water, guys. Yeah. Now we move on to another country, Denmark. Denmark is also a place where we have a lot of Gambian players playing. We have Hamza, Musa Juara, Vejle, and then we have the OB boys, that is Odense. But we start with Vejle. Vejle, they lost another game this week. It means they have not got any points so far this season, which is very difficult, and the season is growing. I think it is 8 games or 7 games so far played so far in the season, and they are yet to get a win. They played another game. They won 1-0. Hamza started that game, and Musa Juara both on them starting the game. Actually, Hamza was the captain of the team on that day. That's the first time I think he has been the captain in a competitive match for Vejle. And Hamza put in a very, very good performance. If you look at it, he created the most chances for Vejle in that game. He also won the most duels of any player in that game. So in terms of performance, his performance was good. He put in a very good performance. Finished a lot of his passes. I think he finished about 87% of his passes. But unfortunately the results are not coming for them. So this is the difficult part of football. Sometimes you might be doing well and your team is not doing well, but at the end of the day, you have to look at it from a team perspective. So Vejle are losing almost every game. So hopefully they can find their winning ways very soon, or else it might be too difficult for them to stay in the Danish Super League. They are at the bottom right now, but hopefully after the international break they can put their things together and then start getting those points and then moving up. Musa Juara also played that game. Started, like I say, he played about 70 minutes in that one. And before he was taken off. And then you go a league lower, that is the Division 1 in Denmark, where Odense, they are playing. Horsens are playing as well. Odense, they won another game 2-0. It has been it has been a norm of late that Odense have to win all their games. They have won 8 of their 8 games so far this season, and this week was no different. Another clean sheet they kept, 2-0. James, like I say, he's having a very good start to the season defensively. In August, James played 5 games. Yes, he got that one red card and then he missed 1 game. But the games that James was in the lineup, he started every single game. They kept a clean sheet in those 5 games. Alassana has been also absolutely exceptional for Odense. He has been definitely their best player this season. If you ask me, not just being my Gambian bias, but he has been their best player. If you look at the club, he has the most assists in the team. He has 3 assists so far in the 8 games that he played. He has already created 22 chances so far this season, which is more than any player in the team. I think the second closest to him, he created 17 chances. So he has created 5 more chances than any player in that team. And then also, if you look at the big chances he's creating for them, 5 big chances so far he has created. That is the most of any player in the team. He has completed the most number of passes in games. Like, he's averaging a 64 passes per 90 minutes every match. So that is more than any player in the Orange team. And defensively they are doing well. He's doing his juice defensively, playing in that midfield area. I said it last time. I think this league is just too. He's just too good for this league, Alassane Diatta, and hopefully others will, gain that promotion back into the Superliga, and then, they can put their act together, because last season it was not the greatest for them, after they lost Yankuba Minte, of course. They did not, I don't think they used that money very well, because if they sign players, I don't think they have really, have an impact in that team. Yes, losing Yankuba Minte, it was a massive loss for them, but they had a lot of money to spend on players, so they should have used that to build their squad or what. But yeah, I think they have learned from that. Now they are in the second division, doing exceptionally well. It seems they are going up. I think they are last time I think it was 7 points ahead of the team second place. That was Horsens. Yeah, I can see them going back up definitely without any doubt. Next we move on to Estonia. Abdoulie Ceesay, you remember the name Abdoulie Ceesay? Very, very good player. Very happy for him, considering what he has done over the past few months. Just in May, June, July, August, like in the last 4 months, he was playing in the Gambia League, helping Real de Banjul, like I say, win the GFF League. After that, moved to Paide, and then just hit the ground running straight away, scoring goals everywhere he plays. It doesn't matter if it is the Estonian League, it's the European Conference League qualifier, scoring goals, creating chances, assisting goals. Yeah. And then Coach Jonathan McKinstry surprised everyone by calling him into his squad. I think it's not necessarily a surprise, because he's doing well, because we know Jonathan McKinstry is going to pick players based on their performance. So in that aspect, it's not a surprise. But because Abdoulie Ceesay, we are expecting to see him in the national team anytime soon. Maybe we are expecting, after developing for some time, then he will come, because we have a lot of strikers who are doing well, in his position. But Coach Jonathan McKinstry has other thoughts. He invited him into the national team, and this weekend he just continued where he left off from last week. He scored a very quick brace in the 6th minute, and in the 9th minute he scored 2 goals, and that was it. Paide won their game 4-2. Ibrahima Diallo's step was in the goal. And it's a wonderful story, and this is something that motivates everybody, especially those playing in the GFF League. That you just have to keep working hard. And football, of course, like when you're given an opportunity, you have to take it. And this boy have absolutely taken his opportunity since moving to Paide. I'm sure Real de Banjul are smiling right now, because he's on loan from Real de Banjul to Paide. It wasn't a signing, and watching him do what he's doing there. I'm sure all teams watching him doing in Europe, and also probably he might even score for the Gambia national team, which will be even the icing on the cake. And then clubs around the world will be surrounding him. We want this boy because of what he is doing. So Real de Banjul, definitely. Uncle Willie, I'm sure he is smiling. Oh, this boy, our boy. Yeah, that was a good one. Loaning him to Paide to further his development, and then giving that opportunity. Now he has the opportunity to represent the Gambia at international level. Yeah, you can never say. It's football. Like, things can change just like that. So you just have to keep working hard and then keep believing. Those are the two things you have to, you can tell to people out there who has the aspiration to play as well, or the players out there. Yeah, it's difficult back home, but just keep working hard and then keep believing, and hopefully the opportunity will arise your way very, very soon. Yeah, congratulations to Abdoulie Ceesay for being named in the squad. His first call up to the Gambia national team. I'm very happy, very, very happy for him. And elsewhere in Estonia, Usman Ceesay, he's done by. Usman Ceesay scored his first league goal for Nome in a 2-2 draw. He scored a wonderful header. He's a towering guy. He's a tall guy. Rose up, headed the ball into the net, and then did the knee slide. I really love the knee slide that he did. Tall people like me, if you want to do knee slide, it's gonna be quite funny. And that was the thing with this man. But it was wonderful. It was wonderful to see him, go for it. Yeah, Usman Ceesay, keep it up. Don't forget when he made his debut for Nome in the cup, he scored 5 goals on his first game. Now he has opened his account in the league. So congratulations to Usman Ceesay. Next, we go to Switzerland. Ibrahima Colley. What a player. Ibrahima Colley, Last week we spoke about him, I think, a little bit, but in the midweek they played in the second leg of the Champions League. They played against Galatasaray last week, so it was an important week game for them, and it was in Turkey. Galatasaray, one of the most hostile places to go and play football. Ibrahim Koli put in an exceptional man of the match performance. Yes, what the Turkish were doing is absolutely no room for that. Like after the comments in his, after the game comments, it's just nasty from the Turkish people. But it's not a surprise. It's coming from those people. You just have to go. There's no room for racism in this game that we are playing. But Ibrahim Koli put in an exceptional performance for his club, young boys. Ensuring they win the game 1-0. He even scored a goal which was ruled out, I think, for offside. But he put in an exceptional performance. It was a man of the match performance. The win mean they are now in the Champions League again. They were in the Champions League last season. They are going back to the Champions League. And Ibrahim Okoli, who became the first Gambian to score in the Champions League, is back in the Champions League. He's getting more established. This weekend too, they played. They drew again 1-1. Their league form has been absolutely woeful. I have to put that one out there. They have not won a single game, young boys, which is so surprising. They are the defending champions. They have played already, I think, 6 games in the Swiss league. They are at the bottom of the table. They are going to be playing. It's two sides of the story there. Like Buba Jallo said yesterday on the Gambia football show. They are doing well in Europe. They won both legs against Galatasaray, but they cannot win a league game again, regardless of which team they play with. This weekend was no different. They drew again 1-1. Ibrahim Kole had an impact in that game. He created the goal. They scored their only goal. He created it. They need to find their league form. Because it's a team that you would expect to be competing for the title. So if they have this kind of a slow start, it gives opportunity to other teams that they would pounce. But teams like Grasshoppers are there, FC Zurich, FC Basel are there. So these teams, they will, if they have this opportunity, they will take it. Yeah. But Ibrahim Okoli has been in remarkable form for them in the league, and especially in the Champions League qualifiers, he has been exceptional. They will just replicate that into their league form. Next country we go to Sweden. Sweden too, we have quite a good number of Gambians playing there in the Allsvenskan, in the top tier of the Swedish league. This weekend, Imam Jan, Steve Mayalbi, they were playing. They won their game 3-1. Imam created the assist for the third goal. Imam is a Gambian, of course, playing in Sweden. He has already represented Sweden at youth level, under 21, and the youth level. He's a very interesting player. He's one of those Gambian players who have tasted time with the Premier League club. He was at Everton. He's still very young. He's 20 years of age. He has a lot of development. A midfielder, very good player, to be honest. Last week, midweek, he scored, and this time he created an assist in their win. And he was replaced later in the game by Abdoulie Mane, another Gambian in that team. So Imam Gambia are pursuing him. They are trying to get him into the national team. They are monitoring him or stuff like that. Hopefully he will choose to play for Gambia than Sweden. He's a Gambian born, by the way. Gambian born. He was born in the Gambia, moved to Sweden as a young boy, and now playing for Sweden as in the youth team. So maybe it's easier to convince these kind of players who have who were born in the Gambia and then went and have another citizenship, and then that the country want to give them the opportunity to play. So hopefully he will be somebody we will see in the Gambia national team soon. He's just 20 years of age, so still very young, and he's a very important player for Mjällby this season in the Swedish league. His time at Everton did not work out. He didn't spend a lot of time there. But again, at a young age, going to a Premier League club, trying to break through, it's not as easy as that. So that's why he moved back to Sweden. Now he's building up his career again. Maybe the opportunity will arise again for him to go and play in the Premier League. You never know. He's a very good player. He plays midfield. He can play as a midfield 8, midfield 6, and even midfield 10. Sometimes they play him forward. He's very versatile. So these are some type of players that you wanna have in your team. Elsewhere in Sweden, Jesper Ceesay was also in action. He got his 4th start in the last 9 games. He has not been starting games a lot for Norrköping, but he got a start this week. They have been struggling. I think they have not won in the last 3 games, so they brought him in, to improve the results. He did well in the game. They drew 3-3. At least they did not lose the game. They have lost the last 2 and they drew. So hopefully he will get another opportunity to impress the coach more. So that game went 3-3. Ayala Kali was in the lineup. He played the whole 90 minutes. He has been a regular for Norrköping. He's also another potential Gambian, another potential Swedish Gambian. For Jesper, he has already represented the Gambia, but they are all in the same mold. And finally in Sweden, Malcolm Jeng, he's somebody I would love to see in the Gambia national team. He's a 19-year-old central defender, left-footed central defender, very comfortable on the ball. If you have not seen the video I made on the prospective Gambian players, he's one of the players that I featured during that time. Very good left-footed central defender. He's just 19 years of age. He has established himself with Sirius in the Swedish Allsvenskan, in the Swedish top-tier league. He started the last 15 games for his club. The last 15 games he has started, played most of the times 90 minutes in those games. And his team, they are having decent results. They have 7 wins during that period. They only lost 4 out of the 19 games. So 7 wins and 4 draws and 4 losses during those 19 games that he started. He got an opportunity back then. I think he came on in the second half. A player got injured, and since then he has never looked back. He has kept that place, doing really well. If you watch him, you will love him. You will love his style of play. A player who's very comfortable on the ball. He's a left-footed central defender, very tall. I see him as a heir to the throne for Omar Colley. I know my boy is there to Musa Jata, who just moved to Finland. He's also another potential left-footed centre back for Gambia. But Cyrus Jeng, if we pursue him, and hopefully he accepts the welcome, the invitation to Gambia. He's also Swedish born, half Swedish, half Gambian. It will be lovely to see him play for the Gambia. Some other players, Aliou Fadera made his debut. Like I say, he made his debut for Como. He came off the bench around the 75 or 70. He played 23 minutes, the final 23 minutes of the game for Como. Unfortunately, Como lost that game against Udinese 1-0. They could have equalized. They got a penalty in the final few minutes, and then they missed that penalty. Ibrahima Dabo, this is an interesting development. Ibrahima Dabo started for Frosinone in their 0-0 draw. He played the whole 90 minutes. Yesterday I was talking about this on Instagram Live. Ibrahima Dabo, there were reports that he was injured to play for Gambia, and then the next minute he's playing for his country. He's in the squad and playing for his country. So we don't know what is going on there. It will be important to ask this question to the coach: what happened between Ibrahima Dabo and the squad? He was invited to the squad. He was named in the 24-man squad, and there is a late change that he was injured. That was the initial report. But then if he played for Frosinone over the course of the weekend after saying he was injured, definitely injury is not the case. So why is he not coming for the national team? That might be a personal reason or whatever. But for whatever reason, in my belief is that if you are not gonna play for the national team, it is very important to say it early. You say it early because coach has already told you that you have to send the invitation 15 days before the international break. So if you know you are not going to be available, if you tell the coach, I'm not going to be available for so and so reasons, people can have their own reasons for not coming. If you do that, then the coach can prepare himself. He can react to that situation. He can invite other players to come, because this is not fair to the coach. One thing, it's not fair to the players, your own teammates as well. Because if you wait until 3 days or 4 days before the international break, and then you say, I'm not available because of whatever reason, unless it is an emergency, unless it is an emergency that you cannot be available for that. But if you are available to play this weekend, then I don't see the point why you are not available. But I don't know the inside story of that. So yeah, it's not good seeing him playing and then people are reporting that he was injured. That's why he would. So there is a lot of things to this story. My take is that if you think you are not going to be available for the nation, say it early, because these invitations usually go 1 month before. So if you do that, you give the chance the coach to give an opportunity to another player who is your own teammate, because at the end of the day we are all together in this. It's Gambia. Understand? So that is my biggest disappointment about this situation. Not the fact that he might have a reason for not coming. Everybody have their personal reason for doing what they want, or if they cannot make it, they have their personal reason. But again, you have other teammates. You have to respect those teammates. You have to respect the manager. And if you wait until very late to tell them that, that does not show, for me personally, it does not show that you respect that. Okay, now we have to wait and find out what is there. What was the reason for his absence? What is the reason for his absence? Hopefully the coach will give us answers on this one, or when they have the next press conference. Yeah, they drew 0-0. He played the 90 minutes, which is lovely to see. I love the kid. I watch him. I was one of those people who were backing him during the African Cup of Nations when he had that game against Senegal. People thought he was very poor in that game or something, which I did not see, because I think he put in a very good defensive work and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of rumors going around, so I don't want to speculate too much, but hopefully the coach will answer these questions for us. Mohamed Badam Mosi also made his debut for Standard Liège this weekend. He played 10 minutes for them. But like I say about this move, this is a big opportunity for him. Buba said the same thing. It's a big opportunity for him. Last time he was in Belgium, it didn't go out to plan for him. Hopefully he will take this opportunity. He has all the attributes to be a top player. He has all the attributes. So he just need to find a place to call home, and then find a system that works with him, and hopefully Standard can do that for him. Alisson also, he was denied by VAR. They lost their game, Risenspor 1-0, but Ali scored, and then, VAR intervened to rule that goal out. Abdoulaye Diallo Jamano, his club Mets, they drew 1-1 again. They drew last week. Abdoulaye played the whole 90 minutes in that game. So now it's time for the international break, guys. All these players that are called up for the national team, they will converge to Morocco. Already we see the coach is there, the assistant coach, the first delegate have been sent to Morocco, and the preparations have already started. So on Wednesday we will have our first qualifiers game, the African Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco. Our first qualifiers against Comoros in Morocco, and then on Sunday we play against Tunisia. Two interesting games. I hope we can get the results that we want. We can start off to a flying start, get the 3 points against Comoros, and then think about Tunisia next. If we can do that, it will be a lovely stuff. Hopefully all our players come back healthy, fit, and then play the games, go back to their club healthy and fit. That will be wonderful, guys. On Wednesday we will have a live watch along stream. If you don't mind, if you can do the both things together, watch the game on the left hand and then watch us do our analysis pre-game. We will have some guests, invite them to discuss about what they think about the lineup and stuff like that. And then at halftime, Coach Che will come in and give us a halftime analysis of the game, how it is going. And then during the game, I'll be there, trying to entertain you guys with a live watch along show until the end of the game. And at the end of the game as well, we will have a post-game reaction on the Jola Football Bantaba YouTube channel. Guys, please, if you have not subscribed to the Jola Football Bantaba YouTube channel, please make sure you do so. And if you enjoy what we do on the channel, guys, please give us a like. Until we come your way again, Wednesday we will see each other. And until we see you again, guys, goodbye.